Hey, hello, this is Purge, and I'm bringing you guys Game 2 of this best of 3 series. It's going to be EG versus Navi. This is, once again, Game 2. Game 1 was awesome, very well played. Go check out the VODs if you haven't yet. I will not spoil the results, but Game 2 here could go either way. Once again, we're in the finals of the Defense, sponsored by Own3D. There's a 6k euro prize pool at stake. If you guys don't know euro to dollar equivalent, I believe it's about 1.3. So I think we're looking at 10% is 60 times 3 is 180. My math is blowing my brains out right now. And that's times 6. I don't know. I think it's about 8,000. If I was to do mentally math 30%, vague guesstimation, I think it's about 8 or 9,000. Not quite that much. About 8,000 US dollars. So it's a lot of prize pool here. Third place is 1,500. Both teams are guaranteed that much. Second place gets 25. So whoever wins the set here is guaranteed second place. Guaranteed second place. That's the important part. Whoever loses it goes down to the losers bracket finals, who has to play off against. I'm not sure if it's going to be Quantic or another team. I'll have to recheck the brackets later, but definitely big, awesome stuff. They need to win this. Both teams really big advantage if they can win this. If you do not get put in the losers bracket, it makes a big difference towards your placing. So we'll see how well they end up doing. Navi's once again going to ban a Darkseer here in Game 2. They did that the same last game as well. And EG doing it, they're like, can't do it. Can't give Dendy Invoker. He's just too good at Invoker. He was just too good. His use of Eul Scepter was amazingly good. It was really good. So it really made a big difference, big time. Ganking from EG probably wasn't as effective as it could have been. Beastmaster never really got to make a lot of stuff happen, so I think that was also a major problem for them there. But is the same picking situation going to happen is the real question. AM's still in the pool, Nature's Prophet's still in the pool, Chen's still in the pool. So that's 3 heroes, one of those is going to squeak on through. Navi may do the same thing where they ban Enchantress here and force a lot of good heroes into the pool, but we'll see what ends up happening. Could go either way. One more pick for one more ban for each person. Darkseer still in there. 1 minute and 5 seconds. Navi trying to decide which way they want to go, and they may just do the same thing once again. They might go for, like I said, Enchantress. I think that was actually EG that started that off last time. Not quite sure. Usually we see like, well, Navi pretty much bans Darkseer every game. They're a little scared of his ulti. They basically say his ulti's too good. His Aghanim Scepter ulti is just really good. And the reason that it's so great is it's actually even good by itself. You vacuum into a wall of replica, and then it spawns a lot of illusions, does a little bit of magic damage, and those illusions do like 90%. They do a crap load of physical damage. Way higher than any other illusion in the game. That works out very nicely. Once you get an Aghanim Scepter on him, he becomes a beast of a tank, first of all. But most importantly, when you use a wall of replica, an Aghanim Scepter buffed wall of replica, you can then walk through it yourself and spawn illusions that way, which is also very powerful. Spawning illusion for yourself makes like so much confusion in the game, just allows you to push pretty much. There's not a whole lot you can do about it unless you have an Earthshaker, because then you get a ton more Echo Slams. An Earthshaker with a Blink Dagger, of course. Nature's Prophet will be the ban by Navi. They took a crap load of time for that one, down to 13 seconds. They want to win the second game here. If they can just get it over right now, they've got the best of 3. And hopefully you watch the other game first, because I just ruined it. EG with their Invoker, they've got to decide whether it's going to be a Chen ban or a... who is the other hero? Well, how do I keep forgetting this stuff? That's going to be an anti-mage. So Chen probably going to be first picked by Navi, and then maybe going to see a Windrunner and a... Windrunner and a Venomancer, I'm guessing, out of EG. Windrunner, Venomancer, bets are in. That's what I'm going to expect. If not Venomancer, Windrunner, I don't know. I don't know who else it could be, but I really do expect it to be a Windrunner and a Veno. They've got 23 seconds of free time here before they have to make their decision. What's Navi going to respond with? Could go a lot of ways. Venomancer's not the best hero for stopping Chen. Chen creeps do have a lot of HP, so that can be a problem sometimes. Chen's creeps have a lot of HP, so they're very tanky. Even a lot of Plague Wards won't necessarily shut it down, which is generally the problem. There's that Veno pack, and it's actually going to be a Shadow Shaman instead, so I think that's fine. Forgot about him. I always forget about Shadow Shaman for some reason. Windrunner, equivalent in a lot of ways, at least in worth of picks. Shadow Shaman himself is very powerful. Allowed Ethershock is very good. Dropping those wards, taking out a couple towers is always really, really wonderful. So I think that's absolutely fine. We'll probably see a Windrunner. One of these teams is going to pick Windrunner. He's still too good in the hero is still pretty dang good in the pool. But Navi doesn't have nearly as much time to work with because they burned a lot of time in their first round of banning there.
5 seconds
Down to 5 seconds extra time, and they've got 13 seconds of bonus. If I were them, I would really be careful to try to save that stuff. 2 picks to go, 10 seconds left. Just pick Windrunner. I know you want to. There it is. Windrunner Sand King. Calling it. Yeah! Yes. I know Navi loves picking Sand King. They do. They pick Sand King very, very often. Light of Heaven plays a great Sand King. Dendy plays a great Sand King. Either one of those guys is going to do it. Probably going to see... I don't know if Light of Heaven plays Sand King over Windrunner. Dendy is known to play either one of those as well, but most likely going to see Sand King played by Light of Heaven or Dendy. Sand King's ultis are just so good, picking off heroes like Venomancer, Shadow Shaman, things like that. He's just a very, very powerful hero. Burrow Strike is great. Can do lots of wonderful things. Sandstorm is nice for keeping you alive usually. It's not nearly as viable compared to how it is on pub games, that's for sure, because everybody has dust and wards and sentries and things like that. Maybe we'll even see a Bounty Hunter get played by EG. They have played him occasionally, usually with Playmate though. Playmate not here today. Demon is going to be their 5th player. Demon, by the way, is their 6th player. They technically have 6 on their roster. This allows them, if somebody has another time commitment, they can actually still get draft their 5-man roster and be at full strength. That way they don't have to sit in with stand-ins. And that's a big deal, especially when you're playing the best of the world. And they are playing the best of the world right now in Dota 2. Navi is, in my eyes, they're the best. Nobody can beat them. They beat Complexity. They more or less... Well, they didn't stomp Complexity, but they soundly stomped. They soundly beat Complexity. They've beaten Absolute Legends. EG is pretty much the last trial. I don't see DD or Quantic Gaming, as strong as Navi. I don't know how recently they've played, but I'm sure it was within the last couple weeks. But Navi is just number 1, in my opinion. Hopefully EG can take another game off, though, or can take a game off of them. Otherwise, this best of 3 is going to be over really fast. Enchantress is going to be their pick. That's going to allow them to counter the Chen and also give them some more pushing. I like the Enchantress pickup. He's going to be played by Malk. Malk, a very good Enchantress player. Beastmaster will be the next ban out of Navi. They're a little scared about the Rexar Roar, and with their current heroes, I would definitely be a little bit worried about that. Stunning on Sand King. Rexar Roar also very good against Windrunner as well. And even picking off heroes like Chen can always work out quite nicely. Alright, 2nd round ban. It's going to be a Broodmother from EG. Fearing another solo hero out of Navi. Windrunner could be playing a support role once again. Didn't really work out that great last game for EG, but it's a possibility. It can work out. Once you get a couple core items up, it's not really that different. Windrunner can farm pretty well by herself, and she can survivably solo a lane in semi-dangerous locations. 26 seconds left on the clock here. And one more ban to go for each team. Probably going to see some support bans, I expect. Maybe a Crystal Maiden as well as a Vengeful Spirit from each team. Guessing a CM ban from Navi and maybe a Crystal Maiden or a Venge from EG, unless either one is hoping to pick those up. They're actually going to pick up a Pugna this game, or ban a Pugna, sorry. Pugna is actually a very strong solo hero. EG definitely still has room for a solo. Maybe they'll even go for a Night Stalker. You never really know. Night Stalker actually very good against heroes like Windrunner and Sand King. Though Chen is argued to be a counter for against Night Stalker, just because there's a lot of physical damage and a lot of disable that you can get from all the creeps. So, not to mention the amount of time that it takes to kill a hero as Night Stalker means that Chen can just wholly persuade, send an ally back to base when they're guaranteed to die. Because usually you're just waiting on void cooldowns to get the kill. So. There is 13 seconds left on the clock here.
10 seconds remaining.
Before they burn into some bonus time. Navi's still at 6 seconds here, so they're a little forced to make hasty decisions, partially because they spent so much time doing the Nature's Prophet at the start. That was the ban that really hurt them the worst, in terms of time at least. One more ban to come from EG, and it will be Vengeful Spirit. Well, I got that much right at least. No Crystal Maiden from Navi. They might pick him up here. I do know they like to play. They play Crystal Maiden very often, actually. But they're going to go for the Night Stalker instead. So we will see a Night Stalker this game. I think it fits better on Navi's lineup, I think, than EG's. Night Stalker, very good against Enchantress. Now, we can talk about the fact that Holy Persuasion is very good at saving Night Stalker. Enchantress doesn't really have those same options. She has a heal, which is wonderful, but the burst damage through there is very good. You can kill her, you can silence her, and then you can kill her. If she can't cast her heal, she's not very survivable, and usually you don't build Enchantresses very tanky. So I think EG's in a little bit of a weird position. They did absolutely... Navi also banned the Beastmaster, which is another good counter against Night Stalker. And they have about 50 seconds left to pick their next hero up. Is it going to be support hero? I don't really know, but they are going to have to worry about that Night Stalker, I think. I would love to maybe even see... No, I don't know. I think Navi needs another support hero. I think they're going to grab a Crystal Maiden for their last pick, and that's going to be their lineup. That's my guess. Unless EG beats them to the CM pickup, then they're going to have to do something else. Not quite sure. Could be a solo pick. Could be a support hero. Not very likely, though. They do already have a jungler, so they probably do not need another support hero, unless they end up soloing Venomancer, which would be a little peculiar. It does occasionally happen, but not super often. 12 seconds left here for EG to pick. They do not have a lot of time. 7 seconds until we see something guaranteed. Guaranteed, 5 left. And it's going to be an Ancient Apparition, which is going to... Actually, I really like that pickup. And there's Crystal Maiden from Navi. Called it. Oh, yeah. Ancient Apparition, ulti. So good against the Chen, because it prevents you from healing. Completely prevents you from healing once you land that A ulti. The downside is that... I don't know. I expect we're going to see an Ancient Apparition supported by a Venomancer, or just an AA solo mid. That's my guess. If they do an AA plus a Veno mid, or against wherever Night Stalker is, that's going to be looking real good for EG. They'll have a jungler out of Enchantress. Will we see Shadow Shaman in the mid lane is the real question. Or are we going to see AA there? We may see AA Veno go bottom or something, supported by supported by Enchantress in the jungle. Then they'll just come out and push as fast as possible. But could go a lot of ways. I think at this moment they're going to have to be a little bit worried about this counter push. But they're going to pick up a Skeleton King, guys. They're going for a hard carry Skeleton King. I saw this get countered hard against Complexity the other day by, what team was that? DD or Quantic Gaming, I think. Quantic Gaming beat Complexity in a game. And they used a Necro 3 very well to counter the Skeleton King. A Diffusal Blade on Ricky as well as a Necro 3 to counter his mana pool so that he can't resuscitate. So excited to see how this goes for EG here. Looks like Puppy is disconnected. I guess we're going to remake. Let me check Skype here. See what's going on. Alright, I'm assuming we're quitting out. Let me just back this out for a second. Not really sure why we made it, but here we go. Back into the game. It was a misclick apparently. What? I don't know if Puppy accidentally pressed leave game. Tried to like reconnect or something, accidentally left it. That would suck. But nothing was on Skype, so apparently Europe is much better for them. 120 versus 190. Holy Master telling everybody. There was a little bit of ping problems before, but hopefully we can get started up immediately. Looks like there's a lot of casters in. A lot typing things that I do not understand. It's like we're going to stay on US East. Puppy a little confused about that one, but there we go. Back into the game. Alright, here we go. Heroes are picked. I'm going to be throwing this into an AP mode. We'll see who plays what.
Enchantress.
Skeleton King's purpose here is going to tank up a lot in the team fights and then die and then respawn with his ulti. So we'll see how well that ends up working out. I'm going to change my observing. I always forget to do this. Sorry, guys.
Prepare for battle.
And then I always forget to look to remember where it is. Nope. Game video. Oops, game interface. There we go. Slow. Okay, cool. For the Radiant team, E.G. Misery is going to be playing the Ancient Apparition. Lacoste is on the Venomancer. Malk is going to be playing Enchantress. Not too surprised there. Fear is on Skeleton King. And finally, the last player is Demon. He's going to be playing the Shadow Shaman on the mid lane. For Navi here, looks like Avos is going to be playing Night Stalker. Puppy's on Chen. Light of Heaven on Windrunner. Dendi is playing Sand King. And finally, AA playing his Crystal Maiden. Very, very good Crystal Maiden player. Earlier today, he actually went Max Crystal Nova as well as Max Frostbite and got a Vanguard and some boots. It was very, very cool stuff. Looks like Malk may give vision here. See if he runs through. I love the positioning of Navi. I don't think he saw this. This is so sexy, by the way. So sexy. And Dendi decides to back up, so they may retreat now. They would have just had to wait a little bit longer. Malk was a little scared, and he does have vision now. There's the ward drop down. This is going to stop the neutrals from spawning here for Chen. Or for Enchantress, actually. Going to make it a little bit harder for him to jungle.
The battle begins.
And Night Stalker Windrunner backing up. A little bit of drawing. Malk is like, they're here, guys. They're here. Looks like Lacoste going on the top lane. He's going to drop a ward down. This is going to keep him semi-safe against a Chen. Looks like he's actually going to be jungling top. Goes for wards first. I love this. On a Venomancer. By far the best option.
Illusion.
If you jungle, or if you solo a hard lane with a Venomancer, you got to get wards first. You can drop him down in the jungle next to you, and you can just get general vision. That's what he did here. He walked up to here. He dropped the ward down to check for vision, and then he dropped the Observer ward and backed off. So, cool, smart play there. Demon mid laning against a Crystal Maiden as well as a Night Stalker on the mid lane. Could be a little rough for him. And Fear soloing the bot lane. Well, being supported by Ancient Apparition. They're going to trade a couple hits. There's the Cold Feet. And he will pop Wind Run just to guarantee that he survives. But takes a lot of damage there, actually. Down to 188. Gonna have to eat a couple tangos to make up for that one. Venomancer Illusions in the jungle, doing a little bit of damage to Puppy. He's not too concerned about that one. Dendi taking a little bit of Venomancer rest, but Lacoste continuing to keep the vision up in the jungle. Should keep him safe. He's going to have to wait to get a couple more skills before he can actually do well laning here. He doesn't actually have his Poison Sting quite yet, which is usually pretty sad. It's always fun to see Venomancers grab Illusion runes when they do have that Poison Sting. He will pick up a Gale, though, at level 1, or level 2, sorry. So the Gale goes down on Dendi just to do a little bit of damage there. Venomancer going to go get some vision. And the rest of the game pretty stable so far. A couple skeletons running around for... he's going to find another Dark Troll Warlord there. And Enchantress just kind of sending that on his own way, just jungle by himself. He's like, go for it, man. Take it all you want. 2 Sentry Wards were used. I don't know if they actually found any Observer Wards or not. Looks like there were Observer Wards purchased, maybe. And I'm going to miss First Blood once again. It's going to be on Shadow Shaman here, but it's going to be traded. Crystal Maiden gets First Blood. Shadow Shaman grabs the Night Stalker, though. Malk just showing up finally. And there's going to be a TP scroll brought for the Crystal Maiden. Malk wants to get that follow-up, but it's not going to happen. He's going to pop the salve, get fully healed. And now Demon coming back towards the mid lane. Level 2, he does have his bottle finished, so very good farm on him so far. Whoa, leg. That was weird. Puppy in the jungle using that Ursa warrior.
Regeneration.
Complaining about some lag problems, understandably. Misery trading some hits now with Light of Heaven. Not the best trade at this point. He's down to a salve. Windrunner has 2 more tangos left with full HP. He's thinking about maybe doing a Cold Feet. If there's a Cold Feet and a stun that's dangerous for Light of Heaven, could get disabled enough. He still doesn't have quite enough survivability. There's the stun, as well as some follow-up. Is he going to get Cold Feeted? No, he's not. He's going to take good damage, though. It's a decent 2,500 damage. Is that is that the wrong way to say that? 2,500. No, that's probably the best way to say it. I could just say 250. 2.5 is pretty sweet, though. I'm going to say that more in the future. 2,500. Alright, cool. Lacoste now. Level 2. 1 level ward still. Hasn't quite hit level 3. He will be getting that Poison Sting soon. Still playing very, very careful. Needs to get vision of the jungle, most likely. I think if he's up here, and he has vision of here, this isn't a big deal. But what if somebody comes from the river? He won't have vision of that. They'll come from the river, get behind him. And that is going to be really, really dangerous for him. So far kind of interesting, though. Has been getting a little bit of farm in EXP on the top lane. Still playing very, very carefully. No creep spawn there. And Dendi's going to keep 2-shotting these wards, if possible. At 17 gold. Wow, it does actually lose that one. Pretty funny from the despawn. Those level 1 wards, you have to be careful. It's actually feeding. I'm going to miss another kill. God, sorry guys. Shadow Shaman getting ganked by Chen as well as the Crystal Maiden. Talking about random stuff. Man. Catapult will get picked off there. Night Stalker now level 4 boots. Let's look at the KD then for the mid lanes. I've been missing so much crap. Demon at 1 and 2. 2 deaths there, 1 kill, 1 death for Night Stalker, 2 assists, and there's a kill on Crystal Maiden as well as a kill on Chen. So those are the kills so far. I will not miss anymore. 1300 gold on Skeleton King. Is he going to go for a really fast Hand of Midas? He may. This is an item build that we usually, or an item choice that we sometimes see on Skeleton Kings, because once you hit level 6 and you have your Hand of Midas, you can still die once from Reincarnation. And he is getting pretty good farm here. Misery going to once again trade it with the Light of Heaven. I think the best thing that A has been doing so far is just keeping Windrunner away. She doesn't have any experience really. They haven't even been pulling. And it looks like they're going to find a Centaur. We'll get Ice Block there. And last hit by Crystal Maiden. Milk will not be able to save that one. 2 levels of heal currently on him. AA is happy about that one. Does grab the double damage in that sense. And yeah, once again, level 4. 2 levels of Nova, 2 levels of Frostbite. Looks like a little bit of dive on Lacoste. There's the stun. There's the ulti channel. That's going to be it for Lacoste, I'm pretty sure. Unlikely he'll survive that. Nice Centaur stop from Puppy, and he does get picked off. So Venomancer going down there, only level 3, 2 levels of Plague Wards, 1 level of Poison Sting. Then he had a big level advantage. He spent a lot of time in the jungle, which in some senses was a good decision because it could have been dangerous if he got ganked. But at the same time, he was positioned in the jungle very, very carefully, didn't get any level, and all of a sudden a level 6 Sand King was allowed to kill him. So, you know, you could argue both points. He didn't get ganked, which is good. I mean, a smoke gank from the Chen would have been a lot more successful if he was being aggressive, but his level advantage was so far behind that Sand King easily able to clean up there. Tower does not get last hit, was killed there by a range creep. A little bit of a mistake, but I don't know. It's hard to say. There's the Ether Shock going down, still only a level 4 Shadow Shaman since he has been ganked twice. It's going to be rough for him. Night Stalker now level 6, could make it nighttime anytime he wants here, and Demon has to be really careful. This is not normally a situation that a Night Stalker is normally in against a Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman laning much more effectively here. Wards are going down, trying to slow the push on the top lane, but the Centaur is in position still by Puppy. Level 5 now, able to grab an extra creep, and he may put the Centaur... No, actually, they want to clear this creep wave. Going to kill a couple of the Venomancer wards. And once those are down, likely for Navi to pick up a second tower here on the top lane. Bot lane is now pushing, same thing going on. Melk now pushing with the Centaur, Fear in position. Level 5, he does go for the Hand of Midas. Really fast Hand of Midas here. 6 minute Hand of Midas picked up by Fear. It's going to be very survivable. Not quite level 6 though, so he's got to be pretty careful. AoE from Crystal Maiden. Tower is still up here. A little bit of dive going on. Lacoste going to take some damage. The Gale's going to miss though. Malk wants a kill. Is he going to get the stomp? No, he did actually use it already. And Lacoste taking a test of faith as well, so both teams backing up, letting the towers survive. But I think Navi is still looking pretty strong. Malk coming through. He's going to steal the Centaur. He pops his heal. Knows he's in some trouble. Is still getting pretty decently healed, though. 50 HP per second. Nothing to scoff at. Puppy in a little bit of trouble. Dire Courier gets killed. I don't know where that was, but that's a big deal. 150 gold going to the entire Radiant team. That is EG. Might as well be getting a tower from that much. And Shadow Shaman not level 6 yet. It looks like they're not going to be able to score the kill on Puppy. Still running away with his boots. And Denny going to pop some Arcane Boots as well. Fear now purchasing something. Possible boots coming for him. And yes, that is what it's going to be. Is he level 6 yet? He is not quite level 6. But 5-second cooldown on the Hand of Midas. Seriously, guys, a 6-minute Hand of Midas. That is ridiculously strong. I can guarantee he's going to get a fast armlet. And he is going to actually possibly shut down this Night Stalker in upcoming teamfights. At the very least, they have the physical damage to burst him down in a lot of ways. So he will be using his Hand of Midas shortly. I want to see it. And on the bonus side, on top of that, guys, I didn't even mention this before. Hand of Midas, really good against Chen. Chen has creeps, eat one of them. Use the Hand of Midas, turn it into gold, get a gold advantage from that. And there's the smoke up on Melk and Demon. Are they going to find the Crystal Maiden? Crystal Maiden roaming past the jungle. They do have vision. Darkshire Warlord may get a net off. They just needed one net. There's the net, and Demon will fall up. There's the shackle on him. Some good damage coming through. Fear's going to easily grab this kill, and he does pick it up. And now a little bit of trouble on the Night Stalker. He doesn't get blocked, unfortunately, from Demon. Demon did not get the ward trap off. That could have been huge. He has been enchanted. Pops his salve as well. Stunned from Fear now. A lot of trouble coming. Are we going to see a shackle? If there's a shackle, that's it for Night Stalker, and there it is. Shackle as well as the Gale, and we're going to see Night Stalker go down. Great play by EG there. First catching off the Crystal Maiden completely out of position and following up on the Night Stalker was a little too aggressive. Unfortunately, the ward trap was not good enough. As you can see, Night Stalker was standing right here. He was just slightly off. Great play. Not as good at ward trapping as TC is apparently. But that is okay. Misery now in the bot lane. Boots on him. Pretty much soloing against Light of Heaven. I think they really... Dude, Misery did a wonderful job shutting down Light of Heaven. Seriously. He did a really amazing job. This is not easy to do. It is really hard to keep the solo Windrunner at lower level than your support here. That's ridiculous. You almost never see this, honestly. Vavo's going to get this kill, though, for sure. No TP Scroll and Misery. He knows there's no chance of him surviving this. There's the Cold Feet as well as the Ice Vortex he can run past, but when Night Stalker is ganking, man, it is over. A little bit overly aggressive for Ancient Apparition. Easy, easy kill for Night Stalker. He pops a Clarity Potion, picks up 2 Earn Charges from that one, and is going to be looking for his next victim. Maybe able to find Malk, but he does have a heal. If he can get the heal off before he gets the gank, before he gets silenced at least, things are going to be rough for him. EG Fear looking to be aggressive now. Dendi getting a stun off. No mana regen for Skeleton King, unfortunately. Or HP regen, sorry. Just life steal when he ends up picking that up. But he just has 1 level of crit currently. 1 level stats, 1 level of critical strike. And his Hand Midas is ready to go. He's going to wait till may use it on the Centaur here. Is he going to get it off in time? It's going to be close. He hasn't used it yet. Still hasn't used it. He's going to get picked off. There's his Aghanim Scepter. Or his ulti being popped. Hand Midas, Hand Midas, Hand Midas, Hand Midas. Come on, Fear. Come on, Fear. Yes, he uses it. Centaur goes down. Nuke goes down. Big nukes as well from Puppey. He almost goes down. Pops his wand. And this is going to be it for Chen, I think. Chen will get picked off. Sniped by Fear, but the Tornado. Stop the Tornado. Stop the Tornado. Fear gets picked off by a Tornado as well as an Urn. And Night Stalker now cleaning up there. Stunned through by the SK. Going to hit on Demon. Demon gets the Hex off. And now Skeleton Sand King. Oh, nice job by Dendi. Does go invisible, just barely, using the Sandstorm. That's going to dodge that hit. Gale now in AA. AA taking some damage. Tornado almost out of duration. Demon now going after the Night Stalker. Are we going to get the zap off? We need the zap. No, he hexed instead of zapped. Changed targets, and for surprisingly, Babos goes back in. Oh my god, is he going to survive? No, he does get picked off. I thought Demon was going to get that. I really feel like he should have just zapped out of the shackle, but casted the hex instead, and he made it away. So AA dropping a ward down. And it's 5-7. Navi is at a 2-kill advantage. Towers are very good for Navi. Navi up by 1. But Goldgraph looking good for the Dire. 3k advantage. Wow, they must be farming like crazy. They're I know they did really good mid. Dendi did good top. Top lane failed for EG. Lacoste got very underfarmed. Currently a level 6 hero. And they had a Chen in the jungle. May have been spending a lot more time than the Enchantress. Not quite sure. Let's check his. Yeah, let's check the farm levels for Chen versus Enchantress. Chen at 224 gold per minute. He's farmed 2,500, and Malk himself at 1888. So yeah, that is why. The Enchantress way underfarmed compared to the Chen so far. Actually going for an Urn this game, kind of interesting. A little bit of HP, decent mana regen as well, and that's going to allow him to do some nice burst heals on a couple of heroes, which could be very, very useful when they end up fighting against heroes like Night Stalker. Hand Midas is ready to go once again by Fear. He has a single level of Vamp Aura, 15% lifesteal. It's going to be kind of nice if he gets some crits in. Only critting for about 100 right now. Not a whole lot coming from that. He's going to probably max out his critical strike next. Mostly can guarantee that one. Light of Heaven now level 7. Phase Boots on the bot lane. Ring of Basilius. A couple Ironwood branches. Nothing major. Navi may be thinking about pushing mid. Nope, there's the smoke. It's going to go on all of these creeps. Tons of skeletons in position. Light of Heaven trying to get around, but these skeletons, man, are blocking Puppey. It's going to be swinging right past a ward there. They actually warded within vision of a ward, I think. They warded, or they smoked right here. I don't know if that got spotted or not. They're going to find Fear, though. His ulti is on cooldown, so he's going to get killed from this one. A ulti comes through. It will land on Ancient Apparition. Meltdown in a lot of trouble now. Going to try to fight this out here, but he's taking the burst damage. The heal going on neutral creeps, and he gets picked off. Big mistake. He was trying to save Fear, but Fear was pretty much screwed, man. Gale now on Night Stalker. Slow on Venomancer. He's going to try to teleport out. Is he going to make it? The net coming? No, but the power shot is going to score the kill. Misery now trying to run away. Is he going to juke in effectively? Night Stalker looking for him. Is he going to find him? There he is. Dendi coming through, channeling the ulti, and Epicenter, yes, with a nice burrow strike up on the high ground. Great play by Dendi. Creeps fighting each other on the mid lane. Tower will go down. Great play by Navi. They cannot get picked off like that. But that's what happens when you smoke, man. Night Stalker, he comes for you. He drops those nukes. And there we go. Tower dropping. Navi taking another advantage. I don't think it's over yet. EG definitely still has a possibility. The double early gank on Shadow Shaman proving to be very, very good. Killing him twice there makes a big difference. Fear still 90 seconds left for his ulti to kick in. His treads are on the way here. And Dendi with a frickin' Blink Dagger. Wow. Dendi with the Blink Dagger already 13 minutes in the game. 2 farmed. Puppey looking to be aggressive. Does give vision on Fear. Here comes the test of faith at least. 187 damage. Stun goes down on the Night Stalker. Shackle shot on Fear. And Malk's going to come on through, pops his heal, doing a little bit of blocking here. And he's just going to get sent back there, looking to be aggressive, but he will get sent back all the way. Stun now, changing targets, going on Light of Heaven. Stun from that. Is Dendi going to ulti? Pops his Sandstorm. He's actually still on cooldown here. And Light of Heaven in some trouble. Is he going to get killed? It's going to be close. Lacoste's going to drop a ward. That might be it. We need one more. Oh my gosh, the ward almost getting the kill there, but not able to. Lacoste has got to be frustrated. Needed 2 Plague Ward hits. What if he had Poison Sting, though? He's only level 7, and he actually has a level that he isn't skilled yet. Unless he grabbed stats. He actually did grab... No, he did not. He did grab a stats level. Interesting. Venomancer grabbing a stats level. I don't know if I completely agree. We're going to see a stun going for Lacoste. Not going to land, though. Dendy immediately goes invisible. Just to ward that away. No pun intended. Ancient Apparition level 6 now. Melk in the jungle. He's going to grab a Ursa Warrior as well as a Centaur. And AA will back off now. Buys a really fast Vitality booster. I like this point, this purchase. And AA has been doing the skill build. One of the very few Crystal Maidens that actually does this. And we've seen Crystal Maiden kind of just roam away from the Aura Bitch role into this Crystal Nova as well as Frostbite role, which works out very nice when she hits level 8. She's doing a 250 damage AoE, plus she can disable for 3 seconds, that's 70 damage, 140, 210 damage from Frostbite. So she can do 460 single target damage to a hero once she hits level 8. Her ulti is not able to be used, but they're usually not too concerned about that, and AA has been going for this interesting item build, which ends up working out pretty well, so a lot of good usefulness out of it. EG Fear back in the jungle now, level 9. 2 levels of Vampiric Aura. Looks like there's a shackle shot on somebody. It's going to catch Melk onto one of his creeps, but he's going to back on up. No, not a big deal for him. He's going to pop a salve to heal up. That way he can save his Nature's Attendants. Gank on the mid lane. It's going to be on Night Stalker. Looks like they did get a Ward Trap out, and Night Stalker absolutely going to die, but wow, is he survivable. That Vitality booster and the Stout Shield making a big difference. Stout Shield does block ward damage, by the way, or it can block ward damage. That makes a big difference. So he does fall 6 to 11 now. EG still at a disadvantage, but it's not the end of the world. Mid tower has been killed recently. Don't know when I missed that one. Crystal Maiden destroyed a tower. Not sure. Must have been a while ago. So 1 tower disadvantage for EG currently. Lacoste and Misery going back in the jungle. There's going to be a cold feed as well. Accelerate the killing. Fear continuing to last it. They do have a hard carry, so all they have to do is hold this game back. It is daytime. Getting closer to nighttime. Night Stalker not able to do as much right now. He's currently level 11. And he's going to buy a, I don't know, has he had this Quelling Blade? Not quite sure. He does buy Treads and a Wand TP Scroll. I'm sure, assuming he bought a TP Scroll. Crystal Maiden swinging down now, level 8 still. Enchantress going to scout out a couple people moving around. Puppy is coming up. I'm sure Skeleton King is realizing he's got his ulti, but there is a ward from the Dire team. They know where he is. Are they going to dive him? I think they are. Here comes Night Stalker. There's the slow. There's the shackle shot. They do have vision now. The creeps are blocking, though. Not nearly as much damage as they want to come through. Fear's going to throw the stun. Going down on the Night Stalker. Continuing to juke here. Lacoste is going to no A ulti hitting anybody. A little bit of debuff there. Venomancer will ulti this. Only going to catch Puppy on the Chen. A little bit of a mistake trying to catch the Night Stalker, but not able to. He's coming around from the back. There's Dendy coming through with the big epicenter. Going to catch off 3 heroes. Demon going to fall as well. Most likely, he does get the shackle off. Fear doing as much as possible. He's already popped his ulti. He's even going to get Puppy. No, Puppy survives. Big loss there for EG. That epicenter ulti from Dendy was too much. Got free farm on the top lane. Blink Dagger and Arcane Boots, and he cleans up that team fight. Too many squishy heroes, man. AA, Enchantress, and Venomancer. Very low HP in all of them, and just easy pickings for Dendy there. Coming in for the cleanup. Wow, great play. Holy crap. Navi looking so good. 16 to 6. They are taking apart EG. The gold advantage, 7,500 in their favor here. A ulti coming a little bit late. It's actually going to catch everybody. Nice A ulti there. But it's not going to scare them away from pushing, I assume. It's almost nighttime. Night Stalker will not have to rely on that. Tower is likely to fall. Everybody is respawned, but EG going to be hard-pressed to defend this one. There's the TP in. Skeleton King looking to be aggressive, and he will come through. The stun lands as well. SK is going to do a stun blink. Great play by Dendy there. He does have a Hand of Midas ready to go. Is he going to get the stun off? 1 second. Here it comes. Here it comes. He's trying to cast it. He's not within range. He's still not within range. There it is. He does get it off. There's the stun. Great shackle shot from the Wind Rider. Power shot as well, and they pick off the Enchantress immediately. Doesn't even get his heal off, and now Fear too overextended. EG making a big mistake. Shouldn't have gone in there. A ulti will land as well. Going to be able to pick off the Night Stalker on the Ice Vortex and do good damage to Light of Heaven. Actually, these wards might clean up as well. You have Demon going to be able to get a double kill at least. And Crystal Maiden SK cleaning up after that. 2 for 4. Good trade when you just want a 5 for nothing team fight. Demon now going to have to teleport out. Is he going to be able to? Does he have the TP cooldown? He doesn't actually have a TP scroll. He's going to find Light of Heaven, gets a shackle off. Dendy will stun this in a second here. Are they going to try to get the kill? There's the Hex. Good play from Demon. Good reaction time. Is he going to zap him? Yes, gets a kill on the Crystal Maiden. Stun now from Dendy. Dendy taking some damage. Demon still has some good HP though. 400 HP left. Runs him into the wards. Dendy now going invisible. And Demon has to be so careful. Very unlikely to survive this. He's looking for a juke spot, but doesn't have a TP scroll. Ooh, I love his positioning here. Runs all the way over, down to hide in the bot left. Wards are down. Dendy is looking for him. He did see him run to the east. He's going to pop the epicenter. Wow. Blind epis it. Assumes he was hiding here, but Demon is hiding somewhere else. He has a wand ready, and Dendy's coming in. Here comes the check. He's got no mana, though. He knows where he's at. Night Stalker pops his ulti. There's the invisibility. Nice play by Dendy. Blocks him in there. Blocks the only gap. Pops the sandstorm down, and he knows it's over. That is funny. Great play by Dendy. Night Stalker finding... Wow, kills Enchantress. Man, that was pretty funny. That was good stuff. Vanguard on the Sand King going to be very, very useful in this game. Once again, blocking wards and things like that. Even SK doing good physical damage, but Hand of Midas not really paying for itself so far. People always talk about the Hand of Midas countering the Chen so well, but it's hard to use. Usually use the Hand of Midas on the cooldown, so, you know, tough to get. And so many Vanguards now on the Dire team. 2 Vanguards. Even Crystal Maiden gets one. Same as last game. Picks up a Vanguard. Fast Vitality Booster. Now, once again, guys, the damage block is not nearly as good on a ranged hero, but the regen is still there, the HP is still there. And that's the important part to remember. You're only spending 250 gold on the damage block portion of the Vanguard. So if you're spending 1,100 on the Vitality Booster and 875 on the Ring of Health, getting half of the damage block out of it is not a bad deal. And technically, your damage block still doubles, because the Stout Shield on a ranged hero is only 10 damage block. It doubles to 20 damage block. It's really not that bad to grab a Vanguard on a ranged hero if you're looking for the HP and the regen, which is exactly what Crystal Maiden wants. And she will be damage blocking from those Plague wards, from those Serpent wards, and that is exactly why Navi is stacking up Vanguards this game. They do like them simply for the HP and the regen, but they have the added bonus of also being able to slow down Rasta wards by quite a bit. Night Stalker level 14. It is pretty heavily daytime here. And Dendy level 14 as well. Blink Dagger. He's got a Staff of Wizardry. He's making a Dagon. He's doing it. There's no way that he would make a Null Talisman this late if he was not making a Dagon. And Night Stalker on the high ground. He's going to get spotted out. There's the invisibility. He goes immediately on Lacoste. Going to do a little bit of attack here. Ice Vortex is down. There's the enchant as well. This could be a little dangerous for him. Tornado going to start off for Melkir. And immediately picking off the Wildkin. Tower does drop. Navi looking real good. How strong is their lead? 75, 8k gold advantage. It's not the end of the game, that's for sure. They could still come back from this. They do have an SK. He doesn't have his armlet yet. He's farming on the mid lane. Hand of Midas is off cool lane. He doesn't actually have a TP scroll. Is that what this is going to be? It's actually going to be a Force Staff. Force Staff completed. This is an item that we see very commonly on Skeleton King when he does actually see play. This is so that he can stun and immediately force initiation into a team fight. Also, when his ulti ends, he can also Force Staff out of that. So he's going to run into a Night Stalker, takes an ulti there. He does have his ulti. Pretty big cooldowns on it, though. He's going to drop the stun running away now. That was a little close. Ice Vortex catching a lot of heroes. Venomous Gale does land down on Crystal Maiden. And wow, Misery running completely out of position there. He does get his ulti off at least. Stun goes down from Dendy as well. Pops the invisibility running away. Stun also on Night Stalker. Force Staff back by Fear. And Malko a little too far forward. EG not playing very bad positioning so far. It looks like Night Stalker going to get sent back a little bit of a precursor by Puppy. And the Venomancer ulti going to catch a lot of support here. It's great ward trap. Venomancer, wow. Cleaning up Puppy as well as Crystal Maiden, but the epicenter from Dendy's going to clean up the Rasta. Stun now from Fear. He pops the dust as well. Great foresight by Fear, expecting the invisibility by Dendy. And Dendy may go down. He's going to have a stun in 2 seconds. They are so grouped up, and he will stun to the high ground, and he may end up surviving. It's going to be close. The poison damage as well as the Urn is going to score the kill, and oh my god, 5 HP. He's still alive. Misery has an ulti in 1 second. Is he going to block? He stuns to the high ground. Great play by Dendy. Going to dodge that, and there it is. Misery predicts that he's going the regular way, but no, man. Dendy is too good. Dendy is too good. Man, that was... Dendy, why are you so good, man? Dendy, why are you so good? Alright, Lacoste back in the jungle, 900 gold. He's got a headdress with a cloak. On the bot lane, Fear pushing it up. Force Staff, 700 gold. Healing up just a little bit, 3 levels of crit currently. Still a ways away from his next item. Possibly going to go for an armlet next, just to increase his damage potential. Armlet is such a good Skeleton King item. It doesn't even matter that you lose in HP. You can always respawn again. He will get Expert Last Hits. Great ward placement from Navi. keeping vision of foreground stuff. Bracer as well as a Ironwood branch. AA going to grab the illusion rune. He's got 4 levels of stats currently. 1400 HP on him. Just regular boots with a bracer and a wand. Still no ulti levels. I kind of wish that he did have at least 1 or 2 ultis. I feel like that could be usable. I mean, yeah, it's great to have more HP on the Crystal Maiden. And it's going to allow him to maybe die less, but it's not a huge percentage chance of that happening, so I don't know. His ulti is... Crystal Maiden's ulti can do a lot of really good stuff, so it's hard to say. He's going to be tanky as hell, though. Gets an extra couple stat levels out of that. An extra 80 HP could mean the difference between surviving and dying. It's hard to say. Do they really need the extra damage? At some point they might. Ogre Club gets picked up on Skeleton King. I'm expecting him to get a Black King Bar. Very smart item choice against the heroes he's up against. Chen, Night Stalker, Sand King, even Windrunner, and Chris. You know what? They're all good. They're all great against great disables coming out of Navi's team. And most importantly, if the Night Stalker does have the magic immunity, it's gonna be looking good. Yeah, so it looks like the portraits still work on the top, but I can't click individually. And looking for Roshan now. Gonna disable the Lincoln Sphere. Will we see the Shackle Shot? Yes, we will. Yeah, I don't like this enough. Looking to take out Roshan. He does have 6k HP remaining. Fear is in the jungle now, doing decent damage. 4 staff once again, 500 gold. Nothing really amazing. AO is gonna ult the entire group, but he is still level 8. Level 1 ultis only do 250 damage. Do not hit very hard there. Aegis will be picked up by the Night Stalker. He's going to be really aggressive now. Puppy does have his mech finished. So many heroes. Looks like the Dagon has been purchased. And there it is, Dagon recipe. Coming for Dendi. Now, in this case, you guys might say, oh, it's a total troll build by Navi. They know what's at stake here, but the reason that he's picking this up, look at the HPs of the heroes of the Radiant team. 872, 834, 948. If you can pick off any of these support heroes in a team fight, it is big. Even Rasta, it's actually at 1500. He's going very, very heavy tank, but EG playing a weird strat right now. They're going to all smoke up, ganking on the top lane, trying to pick off the Light of Heaven, and they will get the disable off. There's the Hex right off the bat. He does have a 4 staff, so they will need to do the Shackle, and there's the Shackle as well as the stun. Light of Heaven does get healed, but it's not going to be enough. Does get picked off. He was very close to surviving that. You may think that Puppy wasted his ulti there, but he could have gotten a 4 staff. He did have a 4 staff. And Sand King getting a kill on Ancient Apparition. Did he use the Dagon, and did I miss it? I'm assuming the answer is yes. He has not actually used it, so just did a burrow strike and a kill. There's the mech. Looks like Dendi gonna pop his smoke. I love this play here. He's been, man, Dendi is one of the players that actually use smoke by himself very, very regularly. What he uses this for, even if there's an observer ward up, he will not be spotted here, and you can channel his ulti in peace. There's the ulti channel. He's going in. There's the vision. Demon does get the Hex off. Great play by Demon. That's going to rectify a lot of that damage. Sand King does pick off Enchantress in the meantime. There's the Dagon gets used to pick off the Shadow Shaman. And Arcane Boots as well. The TP coming forward was actually cancelled there, and the wards will get farmed here. Navi very likely to take this mid tower now. Tower gets picked off. Navi winning 27 to 12. 12k gold advantage, still climbing. This is looking too tough here. There's not really a point where Skeleton King was really able to make a lot of stuff happen. He's got 1k gold. The A ulti is going to land on quite a few heroes. And there's the 4 staff forward for the Night Stalker, likely to pick off Misery, but we'll see. There's the stun now on Night Stalker. Are they going to get this kill? It's hard to say. Couple attacks here. The the Ice Blast has run out. Fear does have his Aghanim Scepter if he needs to use the stun on the Night Stalker. Good play as well as a mech, but I think he's going to cause him to pop his Aegis. Yes. Just an Aegis being lost. Navi now pushing forward. The double 4 staff once again. Night Stalker getting up there. There's another stun from Dendi. He doesn't have his ulti, but the Dagon is used. Kills the Venomancer. Going after Fear now. There's the slow. There's the stun. Going to catch a Demon. He's very low HP. Trying to get healed. And another happy smiley face going down. Night Stalker 2 survivable. Looks like Night Stalker does drop. Dust pops on Dendi. Dendi very low HP. Are they going to be able to pick him off? He does go invisible. Nice shackle as well. They do have vision within the ward. I'm sorry, within the ulti. Nice ulti from Misery. Picks off the Chen as he backs off. And that's 4 for, well, I won't say 4 for nothing. All of EG is alive right now, but they do get 4 kills. Game's not over yet. They still haven't taken a Rax. They're being extremely aggressive here. You know they're messing around. That's why they're giving smiley faces and crap. Look at this. Smiley faces from both team members. On each team, 16 to 30. They respect each other, but they still haven't taken a Rax. And that could be a mistake from Navi here. Misery now level 10, almost about to get treads. He is rich as hell, am I right? Demon wants to clear up the creep wave. Tries to use the vortex to help the Ether Shock to actually last hit those range creeps. So not able to do so. Up to 1,700 gold. See if he buys his Ogre Club. Or his Mithril Hammer, sorry. Enchantress, still nothing new. Just the headdress, not able to farm up the not able to farm up that mechanism quite yet. Dark Troll Warlord tanking it up. Looks like we're gonna have a short period of farming now. Drum of Endurance finished on Crystal Maiden, still regular boots on her. And Night Stalker will clean up the rest of the creep wave. Force Staff completed. I don't know if this is a troll item build or not. It's pretty good for the fact that there is a cold feet. So if he does get cold feeted and stunned, he can Force Staff himself out and stop the cold feet from happening. I don't know what the range is. It does not say exactly. It's about 600 though. About 600 range, so. Navi switching the top lane. Looks like they want to take their last tower before they push on through. It's a gold graph now for 12k. A little bit of a jump up from that little team fight mistake. I know I haven't looked at CS yet, but let's see what it is at. 100 CS on Demon, 128 on Fear, 56 on Venomancer, 30 on AA, and 62 on Milk. For the Dire team, Navi, 135 on Sand King, 120 on Night Stalker, 98 on Shen, 51 on Crystal Maiden, 79 on Light of Heaven. So those are the numbers if you're curious. Dendi, AA, and Light of Heaven pushing the top lane. Dendi will get the last hit. What is he going to buy? He's doing it. Dagon 2, man. Full troll mode in effect. He does have a single cloak picked up. He just grabs this to increase his HP by a decent amount. There's a lot of magic damage coming from the Radiant team, so just buying a little 550 gold item can really boost up your HP. 15% of that number is pretty good stuff. 180. It's about 240 extra HP, I think, something like that. Not including the HP that he heals up during the time he takes damage, but just about to pick up another Dagon recipe. I believe it's only 1250. And 1300 actually. My mistake. I don't buy Dagon very often. And he's going for as many Dagons as he can. Because at some point, he's going to be able to do a Burrow Strike Dagon and just kill Enchantress. And that's really, really good. Especially if she goes for something like a mech instead of just stacking up HP here. That means that she's going to have to be not stunned to use that. And if you can just get it off, it's dead. It's a dead hero, man. Stun with a Dagon. He hasn't spent his gold quite yet. Still no Dagon 3 yet. Boast on the bot lane, 3,400 gold. See if he gets a damage item. He's probably going to need to at some point, or will he get an Aghanim Scepter? Usually we see Aghanims picked up by Night Stalker. He's very close to that item, but will he go for it is the real question. Might stay for buyback here. Dendi's buyback costs about 1,000. He could actually buy back if he dies. But will that happen is the real question. Good wards up from EG so far. Sentries down as well. This is a really good place for a Observer ward. It's in this general area. Navi now pushing up. They do have a Wildkin. A couple other creeps. Ogre Magi with Frost Armor. Very cool stuff. That is what you want to throw in your Night Stalker. It gives 8 armor. It is very, very good in the late game. There aren't really... well, it's pretty much the Skeleton King for a melee. Yeah, only melee here on the Radiant team. But he does have a Black King bar now. And that does still go through Black King bar. So even if you have a Black King bar up, Frost Armor stops you, man. Stealing the creeps back and forth. Enchantress wanted that Wildkin. Tons of Plague Wards on the high ground to slow down the push. EG just wants to tank this up. Was that a Force Staff? That was actually his Force Staff. Oh, I see. He Force Staffed, got the Hand of Midas off on the Wildkin. Just wanted to shut that down. He did not want to deal with that. Dendi's going to TP to the top lane. Misery pushing that lane a little bit. Might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to stun the wave, do a little bit of Caustic Finale to clear that up. And EG now pushing up a little bit as well. AA is going to back up. A little scared about that one. 97 gold on him. He is so underfarmed. Really, really sacrificing for the team here. Playing mad support.
Invisibility.
And Malk getting ever closer to his mechanism. Still pretty dang delayed, but he'll get there someday. Someday. Alright, Mithril Hammer, 1100 gold. Demon needs his Black King bar finish. Needs 2 last hits here. Oh, he's going to back off. Night Stalker is coming. He is invisible, though. They don't realize it's actually going to be a pipe on the Night Stalker. Picks that up immediately. So tanky now. Go for the courier. Go for the courier. Go for the courier. Go for the courier. No, he knows. He knows it would be scary. He could 2-shot the courier, though. I think he could have gone for it. It's hard to say. He didn't know how many heroes on the high ground, though. It could have been like 8 heroes right here. And they did back off so suddenly. I think they were a little scared, so. He's going to immediately clear up the creep wave by himself, no problem at all. He's so tanky now. He's mostly just kind of leveraging his void for his damage. So he does decent auto attack damage. Not amazing, but decent. Force Staff helping out with that a little bit. 10 damage, 10 attack speed there. And Puppy's going to do a little D-warding. That was a 40% ward approximately. Not a huge loss there. Courier coming through, bringing something to someone. Tread's finally made on Crystal Maiden. And she's going to pick up an Ogre Club as well. Will we see her get a Sange just like last game? We saw Sange last game. Or not last game, sorry. In the Premier League this morning. Crystal Maiden stacking tons of strength. Picking up a Sange as well. And Light of Heaven getting very close to his Sheepstick. 500 gold away before he picks up that Mystic Staff. Won't be able to buy back, but very great item. Still just a hand of minus on the Skeleton King, sitting on that. Waiting for a little bit of pushing from Puppy. Is he gonna force staff forward? He's thinking about it. May just end up using it on a regular creep. You don't usually want to just leave the hand of minus, unfortunately, is the problem. Gonna throw a stun on the Night Stalker. Does virtually no damage with that pipe as well as the Vanguard. And we're seeing a little bit of lull coming in the game. Navi realizes that if they dick around any longer, the game is going to get won by EG. EG is continuing to turtle here. They have a harder carry with the Skeleton King. Night Stalker opts to grab a pipe instead of a hard carry item, which is understandable. And the rest of the players are just going to keep farming. Chen getting closer to his Aghanim Scepter. And Navi does have the added advantage of, first of all, Roshan's about to respawn, as you can tell by their positioning. But most importantly, they can farm the entire map. They have the entire Dire Jungle. All of this entire jungle is farmable for Navi. Their entire jungle, the Radiant Jungle farmable for Navi, the Dire Jungle farmable for Navi, and they have both Ancient Creeps. EG is pretty much sitting here saying like, well, we're turtling, but there's nothing to farm. They can't go up here and farm a lane. They're going to push it out. Mid lane they'll push, but then it'll just get pushed right back. And look at this. They just literally can't leave their base. They could maybe stop both creep waves and then push out, but it's very, very dangerous. Your side of the Vice purchased by Windrunner. The A ulti is going to land on Roshan. They know what's happening, but not really much they can do about it. They're going to clear the creep wave on the mid lane and keep on going from there. They do use the Hand of Midas finally. 2,200 gold now in Skeleton King. He can buy back. And Lacoste pushing the bot lane, wants to pick up a pipe, so looks like Night Stalker is the one to grab the Aegis of Immortal. And he will have pipe money now, so going to be sitting on a Boots Wand pipe on Venomancer. Very, very low survivability. Well, not very, very low. Moderately low survivability, not a ton of items. There's the pipe coming to him. Going for stat levels. Usually pro players just grab a single level of Poison Sting for the slow, and then they pick up a lot of stat levels to really tank up, and this is generally the best idea. It is very tempting to grab more levels of Poison Sting, because the damage numbers are wonderful for it, but too bad for them. Not going to be able to do so. Navi now pushing up the mid. They're going to be really aggressive with Night Stalker. It is actually almost nighttime, as you can see. No, I'm sorry. Is the clock going the opposite way now? This is why I'm confused. Okay, so clock is spinning clockwise now. It's not spinning counterclockwise like it was before. A little confusing. Gonna grab an Alpha Wolf and immediately using the Hand of Midas on the Alpha Wolf. Great decision there. Alpha Wolves provide 30% bonus damage. That is a crapload of damage, especially when you don't have a hard carry. An extra 30 damage or an extra, like, I don't know, an extra 35 damage on the Night Stalker is a big deal. But there's the initiation, going to get a Hex off on Denny. It's going to be Sand He is going to take a few nukes. He does have a double damage, and there's the Gale as well doing big damage here, but will he pop the DD and get out? He does pop the DD. Is he going to get the Epicenter off? His HP is actually pretty low, but he's going to end up surviving. The A ulti going to come past him, but his Black King Bar still up. Demon going in here. Looks like Night Stalker being as aggressive as possible. EG may just back up from this. They did pop the ulti, and wow, Dendy goes back in, pops the Epicenter. Is he going to get a Dagon kill? It's not going to happen yet. Venomancer does pop his ulti as well, but Dendy is going to go down. Fear cleaning that up. Nice play by him. Being aggressive to Demon, but Night Stalker has to be really careful. Stun now on the Crystal Maiden. He wants to get that kill, but AA is just so tanky. Dives going on. Night Stalker may be able to get Demon. I think it's going to happen. He does get picked off by the Void. Did as much as possible, and here comes the Impetus. Will that be enough for Malk? And yes, indeed. Is able to kill the Night Stalker. That was just the first death. I thought he died before, but he did not. And there he is now, Chase Gale as well. Malk can be as aggressive as possible. Skeleton King on the high ground. 9 seconds left for a 4-staff. AA on the low ground as well. Navi. Puppy is on position to defend, and there we're going to see A get sent back immediately. They're just waiting to see who got disabled, and he will get out easy. EG Fear does have his Aghanim, or his ulti, sorry. Chasing after Puppy, good 4-staff through, here comes a stun, and there will go down. Puppy in a lot of trouble. Most likely will end up getting killed, and yes indeed. Skeleton King gets the last hit. Light of Heaven trying to clean up as well, but it's not going to happen. Sand King did end up dying. Now going after Malk, who has the pipe up. So very healed. A ulti come through as well. It's going to make a big difference. Here's the A ulti. No, barely dodged. Windrunner picks off the Enchantress as well, now getting chased. Cold Feet will not land. Does not get the ward block off effectively. Still chasing after the Night Stalker. He wants this kill, man. It's going to be close. Who's going to win the battle? He doesn't have his ulti. He's actually out of mana here. We'll drop another stun for the kill, and there we go. That is going to be it. Night Stalker gets cleaned up finally. Art is going to show up, but immediately backing up. It's level 16. No Sange picked up quite yet. Still super tanky. No ulti. Wow. What a long team fight. EG tanking out. What is going on? Light of Heaven is in the base. What? Why is he going to buy a TP? What the hell? Why was Light of Heaven down here? In the meantime, though, Bot Rax. It's gone, man. I don't know when that happened, but it happened. Bot Rax completely picked off. I think that was Light of Heaven. I'm pretty sure Light of Heaven cleaned that up. He wasn't in the team fight up here. I don't remember seeing him in the team fight. I think he was just Raxing bot that entire time. It's a big deal. Crystal Maiden swinging past, going to drop a ward down. That does get cited by the Radiant team. They will counter ward that. And Fear now with 4,200 gold. Still has his ulti up. Could buy something. Probably a Monkey King bar is what I'm thinking. If he does grab a Monkey King bar, able to stop SK channel even if he ultis. He's got a 2-second window basically to get that mini bash off. Also, it does go through the Windrunner as well, so you can stun Windrunner and actually hit her, which is going to be very, very nice. She's actually not that farmed, just a Force Staff as well as the Scythe of Ice, so definitely not the end of the world by any means. And the pipe up on Venomancer is still very tanky, 1300, and Malk getting a little bit more tanky as well. He does have the mechanism going for his Drum of Endurance. He doesn't have buyback money quite. He may just save... oh, I'm sorry, I thought he had more money than that. Did he actually buy the recipe? No, he didn't. I'm sorry, I must have been looking at something else. 4,500 gold on the Skeleton King now. Monkey King bar still out of his price range, that's for sure. Yeah, 5,400 gold. He bought something. He buys a Desolator instead. Interesting item choice. It is cheaper than it used to be, so the arguments of which item is better could possibly be argued either way. But with that -6 army, he's going to be hitting much harder on a lot of these heroes, especially on heroes like Night Stalker, who have 13 armor and a frickin' pipe and a Vanguard and all this damage protection. Getting that Desolator is going to make a big difference. -6 armor is going to help out. A lot of armor. Chen actually with an Aghanim Scepter now can ulti very, very all the time pretty much. I kind of wish he had a Vlad's Scepter, or a Vlad's Aura, but not the biggest thing in the world. And there's some initiation going on Fear. He does still have his egg or his ulti. He's going to Force Staff out. He does get disabled very slightly. A ulti coming through, going to land on a lot of heroes, and that's the first kill for him. He will respawn, Force Staff on cooldown. He may just back off. Unfortunately for him, going to have to wait a long time for survivability. But they may go on this. The Shackle Shot happens. Denny pops his ulti. He's going to channel it up. And here he goes looking for the stun. Going to do good damage to Fear as well as Mania. There's the heal as well from Chen. Fear still half HP, gets his Force Staff out. He may survive. This hasn't used his BKB quite yet. Demon trying to survive, and I think EG is going to take a big win here in this team fight. Nobody has died yet, but that was a lot of spells casted out of Navi. Chen popped his heal, not a big deal. That'll respawn. But Dendi, losing his ulti, 100-second cooldown on that, 75 seconds. Used his Black King bar once again, down to 8 seconds here. And wow, Crystal Maiden's going to be getting a Sanjin Yasha. I know it. I just know it. Once you see the Yasha, man, that is crazy shit. AA. I don't even know what to say. Yasha, man. A ulti comes through. There's some disabled. Stun goes down on Night Stalker. Gale as well. Going to land on 2 heroes. Are we going to see Veno ulti? I don't know if it's been used. Fear gets picked off immediately. Not able to wait for his ulti cooldown. Too much damage. And the Dagon as well. And Malk in a lot of trouble. Not able to get his ulti off in time. And he gets dropped. One little hit from the Crystal Maiden, still pursuing, going after Misery here. Misery just not farmed enough, and I think Navi's supports are just too farmed. AA is able to tank this up. They didn't even need their ultis to win the team fight, just picked off a couple kills there. Melk not able to get the Nature's Attendants. I don't know what nice dump means, but he calls a good game. They're going to be able to take a Rax. Demon is going to come in here and survive. Not really sure what's going on. Melee Barracks drops, bot is down. Range Barracks as well, taking some damage. Venomancer will get picked off. I don't know what they're talking about in terms of money. Is there a tournament or something? I'm not sure. 3-level Dagon for Sand King. Who needs carry items when you can just grab general good support items? I guess most getting Aghanim Scepter, but they know it's over. SK was not able to get farmed enough. Went for the Desolator at the end here. but he just got picked off, chain stunned,
Radiant's middle
died the second time. I don't even know if he uses BKB or not. He only uses BKB once actually. He didn't actually pop his BKB when he died the second time. Stun goes down, Demon ends up dying, and somebody else dies as well. Ancient Apparition just never got farmed unlike Crystal Maiden.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
Do it, man. Buy the Sanjin Yasha. I know you want to. He's going in, going on the weakest hero, which is actually the 200 HP hero, the mech as well, going down. He's just going to wait. Puppy actually has no mana to send him back here. There's the next stun going down. But Fear going to take some more damage. Nice Force Staff by the Night Stalker. And that's the end of the game, guys. 2-0 set for Navi. Convincing the world. They're the best team. Take out Complexity in a 2-0 and EG in the same day. I can't believe it. Such a good team. So thanks for watching, guys. That's going to be it for the cast. Not going to be seeing Game 3 here. And I think that might be it for me today. If I do end up pub streaming today, I'm going to be switching to my Twitch TV stream. But thanks for watching, guys. My name is Purge. I'm a Ghosty Gamers caster. Go check out ghostygamers.net. Great website for news coverage and things. I'm sure there's going to be a nice write-up about this, the matches for today. I would love to see somebody talk about how good Navi is. But very, very well played by Navi. Definitely demonstrating that their hero picking and their hero playing is superior. And they definitely deserve the win there. Taking a 2-0 over EG, able to eke out the win. 44-minute game. Pretty high action. There's a little bit of a lull in the mid-game, but still pretty fun to watch. So thanks for watching. Go follow me on Facebook or Twitter at Purge Gamers if you guys want to see when I'm streaming or things like that. And once again, thanks for watching. I'll put these VODs on YouTube later. It's youtube.com/PurgeGamers. Go check that out if you want to see other procasts and pub games and tons of random Dota 2 content. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.